How well do you know about animals? Answer 50 general knowledge questions about animals. Here's the first question. Which one is the fastest? The cheetah. It can run up to 70 miles per hour. Which one can sleep standing up? The horse. It has a special locking mechanism in its legs that allows it to sleep while standing. Which one can fly backwards? The hummingbird. It is the only bird that can fly backwards. Which one is a symbol of peace? The dove. It is widely recognized as a symbol of peace. Which one can swim? The penguin. It is an excellent swimmer and uses its wings like flippers to move through water. Which animal can live 200 years? The turtle. Some species like the Galapagos tortoise can live over 200 years. Which one is a reptile? The snake. It is a reptile, while frogs are amphibians. Which one has 3 hearts? The octopus. It has 3 hearts to pump blood to the gills, and 1 pumps it to the rest of the body. Which one hibernates? The hedgehog. It hibernates during the winter to conserve energy. Which one sleeps 20 hours a day? The koala. It sleeps up to 20 hours a day to conserve energy due to its low-nutrient diet. Which one makes honey? The bee. It collects nectar and produces honey in its hive. Which one has 10 legs? The crab. It belongs to the decapod family, meaning it has 10 legs. Which one is the smallest? The hummingbird. It is the smallest bird in the world, with some species measuring just 2 inches long. Which one has lungs? The dolphin. It is a mammal and breathes through lungs, while sharks have gills. Which one can hibernate for 3 years? The snail. It can hibernate for up to 3 years in extreme conditions to survive. Which one is the slowest in the world? The snail. It is considered one of the slowest creatures, moving at a speed of only a few inches per hour. Which one is associated with delivering babies? The stork. It is a symbol in folklore and myths, often depicted as delivering babies to families. Which one has a queen? The ant. It lives in colonies led by a queen that lays eggs to sustain the colony. Which one has square-shaped poop? The wombat. It produces cube-shaped poop to prevent it from rolling away and to help mark its territory. Which one is the tallest? The giraffe. It is the tallest land animal, reaching up to 18 feet in height. Which one is the largest land carnivore? The polar bear. It is the largest land carnivore, with males weighing up to 1,500 pounds. Which one has the highest IQ? The pig. It is considered one of the most intelligent animals, capable of problem-solving and learning complex tasks. Which bird is famous for its colorful tail? The peacock. It is known for its long, colorful, and iridescent tail feathers used for display. Which is the largest fish in the world? The whale shark. It is the largest fish, growing up to 60 feet in length. Which one doesn't have a brain? The starfish. It has a decentralized nervous system but no brain. Which one is known as man's best friend? The dog. It is known for its loyalty and companionship, earning the title of man's best friend. Which one uses its skin to breathe underwater? The frog. It can absorb oxygen through its skin while underwater. Which one builds dams? The beaver. It constructs dams using branches and mud to create ponds for its home. Which one produces ink to defend itself? The octopus. It releases ink as a defense mechanism to escape predators. Which one has teeth? The snail. Snails have thousands of tiny teeth arranged in rows on their tongue-like structure called a radula, while turtles have beaks instead of teeth. Which one has a tongue longer than its body? The chameleon. A chameleon's tongue can be twice the length of its body, allowing it to catch insects with incredible speed and accuracy. Which one has a pouch to carry its young? The kangaroo. Kangaroos are marsupials, meaning they carry their babies, called joeys, in a pouch until they are big enough to survive on their own. Which one can regrow its limbs? The starfish. Starfish can regenerate lost arms, and in some cases, an entire new starfish can grow from a single arm if part of the central body remains. Which one is famous for its laugh? The hyena. Hyenas produce a sound that resembles laughter, often when they are excited or feeling threatened. Which one can walk on water? The basilisk. Also known as the Jesus Christ lizard, the basilisk can run on water using its long toes and fast leg movements. Which one is considered the king of the jungle? The lion. Even though lions live mostly in grasslands and savannas, they are famously called the king of the jungle because of their strength and dominance. Which one is a night bird? The owl. Owls are nocturnal, meaning they are most active at night and have specialized eyes and ears to help them hunt in the dark. Which one is the heaviest? The whale. Blue whales, the largest animals on Earth, can weigh over 150 tons, much heavier than an elephant. Which one is a mammal? The dolphin. Unlike sharks, which are fish, dolphins are mammals. They breathe air, give birth to live young, and even produce milk for their babies. Which one has two humps? The camel. More specifically, the Bactrian camel has two humps, while the dromedary has only one. Which one has the longest horns? The antelope. Certain species of antelopes, like the greater kudu and the sable antelope, have impressively long, spiraled horns that can grow several feet in length. Which one has teeth? The cachalot. Also known as the sperm whale, it has large, conical teeth used for hunting squid and fish. Which one sleeps upside down? The bat. Bats sleep hanging upside down because their legs are adapted to lock onto branches or cave ceilings without effort. This position also helps them take flight quickly when needed. Which one is the national animal of Australia? The kangaroo. It is featured on Australia's coat of arms and represents progress, as kangaroos can't move backward easily. Which one uses a web to catch its prey? The spider. Spiders use silk webs to trap insects and other small creatures for food. Which one has the strongest bite? The crocodile. Crocodiles have one of the most powerful bite forces in the animal kingdom, capable of crushing bones with ease. Which one has black skin? The polar bear. Although its fur appears white, a polar bear's skin is actually black to help absorb heat from the sun. Which one can change color to blend in? The chameleon. Chameleons can change the color of their skin to communicate, regulate their temperature, and blend into their surroundings. Which one is electric? The electric eel. It can generate powerful electric shocks to stun prey and defend itself. Which one cannot fly? The chicken. While chickens can flap their wings and jump short distances, they are not capable of sustained flight like geese. That's the end of our animal quiz. How many did you get right? If you had fun, don't forget to like this video.
Thank you for watching this video. Subscribe for more videos.